Welcome to today's Sports Live.
Oh, we're live here. Okay.
It's our first hockey show.
We're talking college football today.
This edition of Baseball Today.
Football Today back here.
Come back to basketball today.
Got the double box. Bring it on, baby.
This is giving me Russell Westbrook vibes.
I'm just too strong. Well, there goes the encyclopedia.
Him and Rihanna would create like a mega mind type.
We
That's
put
really
this
good.
decision on a coin flip, and there's nothing wrong with that. Ginzer City.
More
We
perfect that we
all
brought
have
that today.
computers in front of us.
All right, and that is why we skip hooping.
Yeah.
The spitting image of Cooper Cup.
Ricky Patalco about to lose his mind. And
Kadarius Toney, Ni Hao, you better start learning Chinese.
we got two Rangers fans here, so
No.
I can't.
What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Today Baseball. We'll be talking some baseball today. I'm your host, Caitlin Brooks. Over here, we have Cade, Chris, and Ben.
Let's have a day. Let's have a day. Baseball stretch, pro season, it's coming.
Almost
It's
over,
coming.
man. Regular season's almost over.
Can't wait. Can't wait.
All right, on to the headlines. Blake Snell pitched 7 perfect innings yesterday. Do we think that he has the Cy Young locked up for him in the NL? What are your guys' thoughts?
I think. Listen, I was a big Steele head. I was a big Justin Steele guy. Even I'm also a Kodai Senga guy. Sleeper in the Cy Young race, probably not going to happen. This pretty much locked it up. Especially Justin Steele, I'm pretty sure got blown up last week. It has to be Blake Snell now. Am I wrong?
Despite how bad the Padres have been all year.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Like it's been such a disappointment with all those superstars they've been spending money on. But it's good to see Blake Snell is finally having a good season in the Padres uniform.
Yeah,
sure.
I mean, you guys mentioned it. He won it yesterday, right? That's where he won the
Yeah.
award.
Oh, yeah.
I still don't think he's the best pitcher in baseball.
No.
But in terms of the actual Cy Young award, I mean, Steele's the only other guy in competition. But when you get notification that he's doing this, I mean, he's basically everything but accepted the award at this point.
This year was really strange because, like, don't get me wrong, Blake Snell's a really good pitcher. Obviously, with Tampa, he had some really good seasons. Justin Steele came out of nowhere. Kodai Senga's a rookie. There is no, like, main staple guys that were in the discussion this year. And that's probably because DeGrom's not, like, here anymore. Scherzer's not here anymore. Verlander just wasn't, good this year until a little bit in the mid. I don't know. But Blake Snell, I mean, he's just not. These aren't the normal crop of guys that we would have. Even though he has a Cy Young, right? Doesn't Blake Snell already have a Cy
I
Young?
think
Won it with
so.
Tampa.
Yeah, I think he
He had
won
a
it with
really good
Tampa's.
year.
But in general, like Steele, Senga, I don't even know who else there is out there. It's not a normal year for pitchers.
There's not a lot. And even guys like Strider who are at the top of the game, they don't have the season for the Cy Young, even though like they might be the best pitcher in baseball.
Strider
You
may
guys-
have the strikeouts, but I don't
Yeah,
think he's got the ERA.
strikeouts. I think he's just kind of like
He's over.
I don't know. Like him.
Mid
Baby
overrated.
DeGrom, though, Baby DeGrom, I think he might be the best pitcher in baseball.
Yeah, well, DeGrom, when healthy, is
If
the best
he's
pitcher on the
not
planet.
injured.
Like,
That's true.
Not even, I think ever.
Who knows how he's going to
He
be?
has 2 pitches, a fastball and a slider, and it's literally lockout every time.
It's beautiful, but I mean, he can't stay healthy. He just can't stay
We're
healthy.
gonna have to see how he is after that elbow surgery.
Yeah, I mean,
It's
it's gonna be. So he had Tommy John, I think.
twice.
Yeah, this is gonna be his
It's his
second one.
time.
Yeah,
And
Lee.
he's not getting any younger.
No,
Yeah.
he's
in the-
at least 30.
he's
I
in
think.
the
He's
30s.
34, 33.
Yeah, 34. Yeah.
Who knows?
I don't know, but
We'd like to see it.
hopefully,
Yeah.
I mean, hopefully, I love Jacob DeGrom, but
Yeah.
No.
Snell's entered the conversation. I feel like he's entered the conversation
having
as like
some
that
good
top
years.
tier of pitchers.
I guess.
Especially
I
this
mean,
year.
I get. Yeah, this year. Yeah, I mean, what does he have? 2-3 now, or something like that.
He
2-3?
re-entered the chat. Okay, he was in it before. He left, and then he came
now
back
he's
into
back.
the chat.
He came
So
back.
he's there.
And
weird.
he's better than that cheating bum Joe Musgrove too. The little
Shining
son-
years.
Yeah, oh my
Shining
gosh.
years Joe's what they call him around my house.
Don't get me started on Joe
His
Musgrove.
ears are glistening, but apparently we're
Yep.
supposed to just accept that.
Yep. I mean, whatever. Not me. Not my pitcher. From bum.
I don't know. Houston Astros hate them. We'll never respect Houston Astros ever again.
No, I mean, if you're
I
talking
can't
cheating, yeah, I
tolerate
guess
them.
so. I don't know. know.
No.
But
Every time I see him hit a high, every time I see Altuve hit that home run.
said Cade does not know ball.
this guy, Colin Wells, is a writer. He's scripted this entire script against me. Colin Wells, notified non-ball knower. He's just jealous of me.
I mean, I know Wellesley's a very good basketball guy. I don't know about his baseball takes yet.
He's a fraud. He's
Yeah.
a fraud. Just like. Is he a
Carlos
fraud?
Correa.
Is he a fraud? Is he a
Carlos
fraud?
Correa.
I was trying to T-ball. I don't know.
That was
Going
good.
back
We'll get
on
to
the
that.
IL, he just re-signed a new contract with the Minnesota Twins this offseason. Do we think that this is going to be an overrated contract since he can't stay healthy and on the field?
There's a lot of shortstops that are overpaid right now. I have a whole list. We have Xander Bogaerts, did not have a great first year.
Yep.
Trevor Story, Javier Baez,
Very overpaid.
Dansby
Javier
Swanson did not have a great year with the Cubs. I mean, he's not as bad as the other guys. So then Lindor's overpaid. He's not bad. I love Lindor, but when you're hitting like 230, 240,
Yeah,
overpaid.
for
now he's
341,
330
And
mil.
then Trey Turner, I mean, overpaid, yes. He's still good, but I mean, his average, and he leads the league in errors. Like,
Yeah.
and for what's getting paid, Correa's in that tier, though, of overpaid shortstops who just have seemed to fallen off. I'm happy the Mets didn't get him, to be honest, because
Yeah.
that
Were
would
they,
have
been
been
a waste.
were they giving him 10 or 12 or something?
I think 11.
11 years?
11 years.
yeah,
11 years?
double-digit
Yeah.
years for,
Yeah.
and it was ridiculous. But happy they avoided that.
Could you imagine if the Mets were having the season they were having like this, and like this, they had Carlos Correa with all this going on? I mean, you wouldn't stop hearing how bad of a deal that was, how bad the Mets are. They can't. I mean, they gave out the Scherzer deal, the Verlander deal, and that. I mean,
Yeah,
it would be horrendous,
Yeah.
horrible.
Could not. Absolutely.
I mean, I don't think I'd be on the show if that was the case. I don't think
Oh,
I wouldn't have watched any baseball.
No.
I would be going through
I mean-
withdrawals in my room right now, sad. Watching movies all day.
Full transparency. I have not watched some baseball in a while. Just that's how bad the Mets are. But I don't know.
All right, moving on. We got Adam Wainwright. He's entering his final start, and he just achieved his 200th win as a Cardinal on Monday. So congrats to Adam Wainwright and a very fantastic career. So that's wrapping up for him.
You love to see it. I mean, he's had such a terrible year this year. Like,
Yes.
I feel for him.
I have
Even though
very
as a
strong
Pirates
opinion
fan,
on
I wanted him to see and get that 200th win. And I'm
Took
glad
him
he
a
was
while
able
to do it too,
Yeah.
but he was
With
able to
that
do it.
with that sub-8 ERA, you know, he got the 200th win. That's all that matters.
Brutal.
I mean, honestly, though, 200 wins, but he feels like he's 200 years old. I feel like he's been in my life the whole time. He started in 2005, but the whole Mets Cardinals, like early
my
on, it
gosh.
was Jose Reyes, David Wright, and then
Mhm.
Adam Wainwright was on the mound for the Cardinals. He's still here. I don't know how, but
No.
200's a lot of wins. So credit to him. I don't know how his arm hasn't broken off at this point in his life, but it's 200 wins is a lot. So credit to him.
Yep.
And this was probably his last year, so we'll see.
Yeah, he's retiring. I think he's making one more start, so
Good.
2 more starts.
Good. This
201.
guy, his ERA, his career ERA, this guy's been in the league for how long? His career ERA went from 3.38 to 3.53 this year alone. He has a 7.40 ERA. If an MLB The Show, if any pitcher on my pitching rotation has above a 5 ERA, he's being sent down, traded, cut, whatever. He's a 7.40 ERA. The Cardinals are lucky they were bad because if the Cardinals were in a playoff spot, they couldn't keep tossing him out there just to get 200,
no.
right? Like
Luckily they were
there's
bad.
no way. Also, the fact that he struck out Carlos Beltran looking in 2006 has nothing to do with why I don't like him. But I mean, 200 wins, congrats. I guess that's awesome. Just the 5th active player, but it took him all what is his record this year? 5-11.
I don't even know.
He only needed
bad.
5 wins, and it took till September to get it. He's a 7.40 ERA.
yes.
Do you know how bad that
It's
is?
disappointing.
I don't know if he even should have had this last year. I feel like he should have just ended on
Yeah.
a better note of last season, but then he says, I'll do one more, and then
Should have just ended with when Yachty did.
Jeter and Big Poppy
Go out
brought
together.
this
Go out
wave
together.
of everybody needs a farewell tour.
Yeah.
And Wainwright's a great pitcher, but he doesn't deserve a farewell tour. I don't know.
I'm not going to
He's-
bet at night thinking about Adam Wainwright. I'm not going to lie. Just he's not.
I
That's
honestly,
your
if you-
guys.
Yeah.
If you told me he wasn't in the league anymore, I'd be like, yeah, probably not.
I wouldn't have
Probably
been
not.
surprised either.
Good, congrats. I mean, respect, I guess. I don't know. 7.40 ERA.
Yeah.
That's just me.
Glad he got the mark. Moving on, we have the NL MVP race, and it's boiling down to what seems like Mookie Betts and Ronald Acuna Jr. So, with the season almost ending, who do we think is going to take that NL
I
MVP?
think this is unanimous, guys. It's Ronald Acuna. I mean, you've seen this guy hit almost 40 home runs, almost 70 steals on the year, over 100 RBIs. I mean, you see Mookie Betts, he's got a 3.11-ish ERA around there.
Yeah, 3.11 batting average.
Yeah, I mean, that's great numbers.
He is batting 380 over the last 2 months.
Yeah.
3
Yeah.
months, which is insane.
But Acuna's
this was
been
really his
330, 338
Yeah.
all year long. I don't think there's any discussion.
I mean, I'm not. I credit to Acuna, and I don't have a problem if you pick him, but I would personally give it to Mookie Betts. You basically said it. It's basically Ronald if he didn't have as many stolen bases, but I think what he's done for this Dodgers team, I think he's more important to the team.
Yeah.
The Braves are just a completely stacked squad.
The Braves have four other guys that have hit 30-plus home runs. Matt Olson is hitting has 52 and 120, and he's not even like the first thought on the team.
Not even
it's
the
crazy.
front runner.
I think with the level of importance they have for their team, the way that Mookie Betts has kind of pulled up the Dodgers this year, I would give it to him over Ronald Acuna Jr., but Ronald Acuna Jr. is about to have 70 stolen bases, as we talked about, and he's hitting 337, which he has power too. He's about to be 40 home runs. So they're very similar. I just think in terms of points to the team, I'll give it to Mookie, but Acuna, I mean, both guys deserve it. So
I genuinely have a stronger opinion on Adam Wainwright this season than the MVP race. I mean, I think it's just because both players are so good that they both deserve it. I mean, the four, I think it's already done, honestly. I think Acuna getting the 40-60, whatever. I think that, or 30-60, whatever it was. I think it's, and he's going to get 40-70 probably.
47.
I think it's done.
Insane.
I think it's over.
That's so insane.
I put those numbers up in Little League, but never in MLB. I've never done that before, which I mean goes to show you how good it is.
I couldn't do that on my road to the show.
No,
ever.
No, never.
Beginner difficulty can't do
especially
that.
with dynamic hitting. As soon as I hit a home run in the show, I immediately can't touch a pitch for like the next 48 minutes until it changes again. But I mean, it could. For sakes of me picking, I'm a Mets fan. I think Acuna has it. I think he just has it's in the bag.
I think he's locked it in.
Yeah, me too. It's bad.
And I mean, Mookie's had a great year. It's just Acuna's having a historic one. I don't know.
One of the best we've seen. Like you're never going to see a power speed combo like this ever again.
No.
Like I don't even know if
how old is he? Only 25 still.
He's still young. 24, 25.
Yeah, it's insane.
He has so many years ahead of him too.
He's 25. Yeah, he's
25.
He's like about to enter his prime.
Yeah, he's not
even in his actual prime.
That's
Imagine he can go for like 50, 100.
He just needs like one full year to stay healthy, and then he was gonna win MVP, and he did it.
Watchmen asked what your thoughts were about Garrett Cole.
Garrett Cole is irrelevant. Garrett Cole has literally nothing to do with this conversation. He's also an overrated pitcher, but I don't. What are you guys' thoughts on Garrett Cole?
I mean,
I like Garrett Cole.
We talked about being overpaid and being overrated, so that's where Garrett Cole fits in.
Okay, good point. Yeah, I guess he does apply to this. Yeah.
So thank you, Ben, for commenting.
Yeah, thank you, Ben.
We don't share his love for Garrett Cole.
Can we block Ben Wasserman from being able to comment on the live streams? Is that a possibility? Just wondering.
No,
just
I don't think so.
All right, moving on. We have the World Series, and you guys have predicted who you think is going to be playing in the World Series this October. And who do we think is going to take the trophy home?
Anybody want to go first? I feel like I'm talking a lot. Any of you guys want to go first?
I'll go first because this was mine. I say this is the Rays and the Braves. I think this will be the best matchup yet. I mean, who do the Rays? Rays got one of the best pitching. They got Aaron Savali. They got Tyler Glasnow back. They got I forget the other pitcher's name. Yeah, Zach Eflin. Zach Eflin, that's the other one. But yeah, no, he's doing great this year. But then you got to match up against one of the best offenses
ever.
Literally ever. Like Matt Olson right there, Ozzie Albies, Ronald Acuna, like top to bottom, it's incredible. But I feel like that the pitching will get the Rays through the playoffs entirely.
Who do you have winning?
I don't know. I gotta probably go with the Braves. I feel like the Braves have good enough pitching to make it through. I mean, I feel like the Rays have good hitters, but there's nothing that I feel like that the Rays can stop that or just overpower them in general.
I do kind of agree. Obviously, like the Rays have kind of been that team where it's like, it's like their year, they're good. This year, they're not really talked about because Baltimore is that team.
Yeah.
I feel like it happens a lot where a team like they have a hype a year or years before, and the year that they don't have as much like talk around them. That's when they win it.
Well, the Rays were talking about in the beginning because they were on that incredible historic start this season.
Yeah,
but then fell off.
They just went straight down.
Which honestly is probably good for them because you have teams like the Mariners who just won like 10 in a row and now have lost like 4 or 5 in a row. You can't peak too early.
Well, the Mets always peak in May and June, so I can relate to like the Rays struggles where it's looks great, but I think that they didn't totally implode. So they're still a contender.
Yeah,
good
I
pick.
think so.
Colin Wells said that Chris knows more than Cade.
You know what?
Easily.
Colin's my guy.
Easily. I respect Chris Reynolds, so I won't say anything about him, but I will talk about that bum, Colin Wells. Stop putting my name in your mouth. Thank you. Block him too.
I don't know why I have to be so mean to Colin. He's really
he's coming at me, Chris Reynolds. He's not coming at you.
Supporting
That's
me,
why.
so he's my guy.
Yeah, exactly. Whatever. I don't need to hear him anymore.
All right, next we
Oh,
got looks
all
like the
right,
Rangers
all right.
and the Braves.
What are we?
You're gonna hear some ball knowledge here. So the Rangers, obviously a team that like Astros, I don't think are making the World Series this year. I respected the choice of the Rays. I don't think the Rays have any. The Orioles are too young, etc. The Central AL Central, no one's ever making it out of there.
No.
I think that the Rangers have the perfect balance of offense and pitching. I don't think their bullpen's that good, which is obviously important in the postseason. But I mean, you look at a guy like Nathan Eovaldi having a great year. Jordan Montgomery was a great deadline pickup. Their offense, you want to talk about the Braves, they also have 7. They're going to end up with 7 guys with 20-plus home runs this year. Adolis Garcia is having like the quietest 100-plus RBI season ever. And then obviously the Braves are the Braves. I think the Rangers are beating the Braves because for the same fact, like the Bruins in hockey, they're having an historic year. But when do those teams ever win it? Patriots in 2007, it can go on and on.
Baseball's tough because if there's one week where like Matt Olson gets cold and Acuna, then the Braves become terrible, and then all of a sudden they're out in the first round.
Especially in the postseason. Like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It wasn't like Trey Mancini last year was like 0 for his first 21 in the postseason.
Yeah. Just guys get cold, so I think that's the only way the Braves don't win. But the Rangers is a sneaky pick. I think that whole division they're in with the Astros and the Mariners, like that's just a tough battle right now to see who's going to come out on top. I think whoever comes out of there might win the AL.
It's battle tested.
It is. But I don't know about their pitching. Scherzer's out for the year, most likely the rest of the postseason. And then John Gray, who's been on my fantasy team, gave me like a -20 yesterday and ruined my finals appearance. So I don't know if their pitching's going to hold up for the postseason. But their offense, I mean, this would be a great offensive battle.
Oh, yeah. It would be like, what was it, the Dodgers Astros, where they're putting up like 12 and 13 runs each a game?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think.
Well, Cade, you dissed them earlier, but we have the Houston Astros from the AL and then the Atlanta Braves from the NL. So I feel like the Braves talked about them, best offense probably ever, and they have amazing pitching. So that's just clear and obvious one. The Astros, though, no one likes them.
Nope.
Guess what?
I kind of do,
No one
actually.
likes
I kind of like
How do you like the Astros?
I hate the Yankees. I don't really care. Like, they didn't cheat me out of a win. Like,
Me and you might have been the only people rooting for them last year. But you know what? Society doesn't want them to win. They just have this knack just to thrive off of that. And they won last year. A lot of those guys are tested in the playoffs. So you don't have to worry about it. Like the Orioles are great, but none of those guys have really been in those moments. That whole Astros team has been in like deep postseason runs since like 2015.
Mm-hmm.
So I think with the experience they have, I think the toughest part of them is winning their division. If they get out of that division, I think they have a pretty good shot to come out of the AL because some of those other teams are kind of flawed.
Yeah.
And then the NL, the Phillies fans around Willard are getting a little antsy. They keep talking to me about how the Phillies are going to beat the Braves again.
No.
I don't see that happening.
They won today, but I don't know if it's going to matter in the postseason.
I don't think the Braves need to have like a catastrophic, like 3 guys just completely like there's a disease going around the locker room and they're out of the game or something because that's just a stacked lineup. So if these two matched up, that would just be like America's team right now. That's like the best that we've seen this season combined with the team that America seems to hate. So I think that'd be a good matchup. I think that's what would happen.
I mean, you can't go right. The Braves are in it. I don't think you can go wrong as much as I don't like them.
Yeah.
They're
Too
with that
good.
offense, it's insane.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Just wait until you see Jose Altuve. Hopefully, he's not covering up anything.
Listen, I'll take it. If they want to cheat against the Braves, they can. I don't care.
All right, moving on. We have time traveling. So we had to, each of you guys had to pick a moment that you wish would have been on social media when it happened.
Is this the pennant?
Oh, yeah. Bill Who's that? Is that what I think it is?
Whose choice is this?
I think this was mine.
Oh, yours?
Yeah, that would have been mine. Yeah, Bill Mazeroski. Home run, 9-9 game in the World Series. Gone. Home run.
Oh, walk-off home run.
All right.
World Series.
Walk-off home run.
What game was that? Do you know
this
the game?
was-
Was that to clinch the World Series?
I think it was to win the World Series.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
That was against the Yankees. It was off. I don't know who it was, but Mickey Mantle and Yogi Berra were out there.
And you're a Pirates guy, right?
I am a Pirates fan.
Oh, okay.
So I love.
That's a great
That's
makes
something.
sense.
That's something that you would not see on social media.
Yeah, I don't know if I've ever actually seen that clip. So, I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know if I've ever seen a Pirates clip on social media.
No, you
period.
never will.
No, I never have.
You never will.
Yeah, like,
You'll see Key Brian Hayes.
I think I saw O'Neal Cruz like hit like 140 mile per hour or whatever, and that was it. That was the only clip ever.
he hits a few doubles that make sports sense.
He's been out all year, but
Yeah, well,
he'll be
Good
back.
last season.
He doesn't know how to slide. He'll be back.
that's a good one though.
Yeah, you'll never see that anywhere.
No.
Look at the
Everyone-
plans that changed, man. It's crazy.
I know.
Yeah.
It was just
All right, I'm going with the 1986 Mets. I mean, social media would be great if this moment was around, but I'm not saying like for a game or a moment. I'm saying I wish social media was around that entire season. Could you imagine like this team, the amount of drugs they did, the amount of alcohol, like whatever. I think a few of them got arrested in season. If social media was around, there is for sure viral clips each night going around from them in the club doing something. I think it would be amazing. You would literally log on and be like, oh, another Mets player got in like a fight in a bar or club, or another Mets player. Like, I think it would be insane. Obviously, it'd be great for the moment if social media was around during then. But the fact, like, somebody's having their phone out and filming like Doc Gooden out in the club doing whatever he was doing. No judging here. But I think that would be great just to see what they were actually doing.
This is a great outside the box thinking right there. So we know about what happened after the fact, but the one issue is the Mets, no chance they win the World Series if they were social media.
No,
8 of
they
those
probably get
players,
suspended.
they'd all be suspended.
Yeah.
If they have any like clips from the dugout or what they do at night, they're not playing.
Yeah,
So,
that's true.
but the amount of fights that team got in, the types of activities during the locker room,
man.
that none of that would fly now. I don't know even how that passed, but that would definitely, like, the documentary about that team was just like
Probably the most electric team ever, and they won it. They won the whole thing. It's
honestly,
like,
they probably could have been a dynasty if they took better care of themselves. But they didn't. But they at least won one.
Yep. And the last one for the Mets, but whatever.
All right, let's go with mine. First game at Shea Stadium after 9/11. Mike Piazza, 2-run home run in the bottom of the 8th inning to beat the Atlanta Braves. The Braves are a division rival. New York is a tough time right now. First game back, they all have the FDNY and NYPD hats on. And the team leader, Mike Piazza, who's just, at that point, was just probably the greatest Met besides Tom Seaver, hits the home run to get the lead. And it's real more of like an emotional moment of what that did. And look at the way the crowd just needed something to cheer about at that time. And I feel like we see those clips now, like especially around 9/11. But if that happened in the moment, I mean, that just gives me chills every time.
Yeah.
A New York team, too. Like,
You love
Yeah.
to see it.
Especially after tragedy.
Yeah.
That was much needed
Absolutely.
for the city.
That's a great pick, Chris. That is
Thank
a
you.
fantastic, and that's why I respect you. And not
Great.
he must not be named, but that's why I respect you.
Shout out Wellesley, man. Shout out Wellesley.
I like that. That was a nice segment. I like that segment.
Thank you.
All right, moving on. Everybody's favorite, Immaculate Grid.
Oof.
Oh boy.
This one's going to be
Yeah,
doozy.
let's do it.
Normally I'm good at this. I can tell you right now, I don't know if I'm getting any.
I'll be good with the stat
Jason
ones.
Bay, Mariners, Pirates.
It took Kate all but half a second to get the first one.
Mm,
Jason
B-A-Y.
Bay.
B-A-Y.
B-A-Y,
Yeah, B-A-Y.
You got it.
Dude, when he was on the Mets, I had such high hopes. Career batting average, Roberto Clemente, maybe?
Yeah,
Honus
Roberto
Wagner.
Clemente.
I don't know.
Honus Wagner. Honus Wagner would probably work. Yeah, Honus. Dude, MLB The Show legend right there. And then
there we go. 200 hits.
Oh, that was
Roberto
nice.
Clemente?
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
Gotta be, it's got to be
Clemente.
Roberto Clemente. I mean, I don't know many other good Pirates. Like,
No.
I don't know. I don't think McCutcheon's ever gotten there.
Concussion.
3 for 3.
White Sox, row.
White Sox.
Ken Griffey?
Mariners.
Ken
Yeah,
Griffey?
Yeah,
Ken Griffey Jr.
that's-
Yeah,
a good one.
Junior. Dude, Ken Griffey, man, one of the most fun players just like to watch.
He might be my favorite player, like past player that wasn't on
Yeah.
one of my teams.
300 career average.
I feel like.
Who's like a good White Sox? Like,
Or a guy that had a good average and just played for the White Sox.
I mean,
Like
Frank Thomas was a power bat. Did he ever hit 300?
Shoeless Joe Jackson.
Shoeless Joe Jackson might
Try
work. So
Shoeless
I
Joe.
think,
It's got. I feel like it's got to be him.
yeah, try Joe
And-
Jackson.
Joe
it might
Jackson.
just be Joe. Oh no, there it is.
Oh my
Shoeless
God,
Joe
they actually
Jackson.
have Shoeless Joe Jackson in there.
Oh, we're going. Try Shoeless.
You had
Yeah, try
Shoeless.
Shoeless again.
I was surprised they put
That's-
that whole thing in there.
Shoeless
There we go.
Joe.
Yeah. Yes.
There you go.
Dang.
200
hits.
200
season.
hits. I don't know. Did Canerco ever get 200?
Oh man.
I don't know. Dude, this is a tough team to like have good stats.
White
for.
Sox. I don't know anything about.
Should we just try
Canerco?
Canerco? Should
Yeah,
we try
try-
it? I
yeah.
don't know if that's gonna be right.
If it's not him, we'll just skip that box because that one's a doozy.
Yeah.
no,
No.
All right.
my reputation.
All right, we'll skip to the Angels one. Angels,
Angels,
Mariners.
Just Mariners.
I feel like I know this one.
They gave us like historically bad franchises
Yeah.
with like
No one
good
does.
stats.
Jared Weaver, right? Or is that his brother that was on the Mariners and he was on the Angels?
I don't know. Want to skip that one?
Yeah, let's
might
skip
as well.
it for now.
Yeah,
Let's
skip
it
that
for
one.
now.
And then 300 average career. Do Trout for that
Mike
one.
Trout.
Yeah.
Oh, Tyler Anderson, pitcher.
Oh yeah,
Tyler
Morales,
Anderson's on-
Morales.
Wait, who we-
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Tyler
one. He's
Anderson?
one with that funky.
All right,
Yeah.
2%. And then
Yeah, yeah. he's
200
one-
hits. Vladdy? Vlad Guerrero?
Guerrero.
Yeah, he had a year there, right?
Yeah. No, yeah, he was good on the
Senior.
yeah.
Yeah. He had a year, right? Right.
Yeah.
There we go. 8 out of 9 is
All
pretty
right,
good.
Not bad.
I'll take
For
that.
baseball too?
Not too bad.
I mean, a lot of high percentages there, but listen, I mean,
I just
I didn't have anything to say. I don't know.
Dude,
Why
like,
I just said listen.
There is
so I
like
don't
one
know.
guy for each box. It feels like for those teams.
Mhm.
If it was like the
Yeah.
Yankees, you would have had like 8
You would
options,
have
like
multiple.
easily off the top of your
Yeah,
head.
that's hard. It's harder when it's like when it gives you 2 stat things instead of just the teams.
Mhm.
I'm
Yeah.
fine with 1 stat thing. Or I can't do 2.
Mm-mm.
But
Yeah, I like
I
the
don't
stats more for baseball, to be honest.
All right, moving on to That's Clipped. We have Yusei Kikuchi, who claims that he had to exit with cramps after only getting 11 hours of sleep instead of his usual 14.
Oh my gosh.
What?
I don't even get like 8
I,
hours of
sense.
sleep.
I think I don't remember the last time I've gotten more than 8 hours of sleep.
Yeah, no.
Like, what are we talking? And I don't cramp. I have to walk 20 minutes from my apartment to campus every single day, and I don't cramp once.
Mm.
I don't cramp a
Listen,
single time.
I'm out there on the iron fields playing softball.
Exactly.
Shout out Nicholas Volpe, my amazing
Exactly.
outfielder teammate. I don't cramp up and I get like 6-7 hours. I
Yep.
think this is like a terrible excuse. Only 11 hours of sleep. Was he a bear? Does he need 14 hours of sleep
Yeah,
a day?
I
Is
don't
he
know how you go to
hibernating in
bed
the
before
winter?
the
What is the
It's
world
just-
where you get
Volpe
14?
commented, I love you, Chris.
Oh, love you too, Nick.
In high school, I would literally go to sleep at like 1 a.m., wake up at 6 a.m. to go to school, drink like a huge Arizona and a honey bun,
Mhm.
and then go play in a lacrosse game, and I was fine.
Yeah.
I was perfectly fine. That was probably peak athleticism.
And you're not a professional athlete. You know what I mean? Like
Well-
this is close. I'm sorry. Maybe
Close.
you're close there.
Yeah.
But this is his job, and it's like I don't know where someone sleeps
That's just an
14 hours a day.
excuse. Such a
Mhm.
bad excuse.
3
Like-
hours. 3 hours ain't gonna affect much.
No.
Ridiculous.
I mean,
You
it's
can't
not
just
even
do
like you
that.
got. It's not like you got 5 instead of 8.
Cramps.
The 1986
Cramps.
Mets team. Did any of them ever
Yeah.
sleep?
No.
Maybe-
I don't think they slept.
Probably.
Maybe he just needs to stretch.
Cramps.
Stretch.
Cramps. Lefty. He just didn't want to play.
Colin Wells says Shortledge is my enemy.
Oh, Shortledge Road, like the. Which road is that?
This guy.
Oh.
This guy can't walk on a road, but he's calling in and trashing on me. This is despicable. This is crazy. Insane.
Listen, the walks can be a lot, so I'm not going to judge Wellesley because you know what? We all go through a spot
Yeah.
at Penn State where we're like, you know what? I'm taking the cattle bus. I can't do it today. My calves may be on
Yeah.
fire right now. I can't tell. My shoes broke the other day. I'm walking. They broke because just walking around here, they get way too much use
Mhm.
because everywhere is just a long walk. So
Yeah.
like, you know what? Wellesley, I don't think we should judge him. Wellesley, you know what? Kills all of us at some point.
Yeah, I guess so. Back to Kikuchi. He definitely just had to go to the bathroom, right?
Yeah.
Like he left with cramps. Only at, like he
Came
definitely
back.
just had to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, when
He pulled a Paul Pierce.
if he's cramping somewhere, I mean, odds are it's more bathroom related than
Yeah,
only
he had
11 hours
he
of
had
sleep.
stomach cramps. That's what
Yeah.
the cramps were.
We all-
He had a
yeah.
bad burrito before the game. That's
Yeah.
what was happening.
I would respect that more than this terrible sleep excuse. If he's like, hey, I got to go to the bathroom.
Listen, you
Respect.
gotta go. You gotta go.
Yeah,
Like,
it
happens.
yeah.
Pete Alonso
Respect.
once swung at a first pitch, because he just had to go to the bathroom and he hit a home run off of
Yeah.
it. Be honest about your bathroom habits. I respect it. I mean, the sleep
This is
excuse.
terrible.
Yeah, doesn't fly.
Terrible.
And next we have a fan who caught a ball while holding a kid, and then he goes to put the kid down and then throw the ball
Wow.
back and proceeds to thumb down whoever hit the home run.
I don't like Braves fans. And I say I don't get why people throw balls back, because if I caught a ball, I would literally probably, if like a 5-year-old got a ball from a player, I'm probably tearing it out of his hands and
Mhm.
taking
Yeah.
it from him because that's how much I want it.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd ever throw a ball back, but maybe I would.
What a snag though.
I don't know if I'm
It is
throwing a ball
great catch.
back.
One like,
But what if he dropped the kid over the railing? That's what we're not
That-
talking about.
but he didn't. That's all
Yeah,
that
okay,
matters,
yeah.
right?
Risk it for the biscuit, am I right? If the kid,
Yeah,
you
well,
know
yeah,
what?
I
I'm
guess
sure
so.
the kid was safe, but
Yeah.
that was probably the peak dad moment right there.
Look
You
at
bring your kids to a game, you catch a ball in front of the other kid with the other kid in your hand,
Yeah.
and then immediately throw the ball back. He's teaching them right.
That is my
He's like-
reaction.
Yeah, is that, was
It's-
that,
that is
like,
my
His
reaction.
daughter's like this. My
He's
dad
like,
is a psycho.
What?
Her
Who,
dad is a
who am I
superhero
being
is what he
raised by?
is.
I
who
don't
am I-
know.
Yeah,
Like, look at the woman next
She
to them.
is
too.
so
Like,
confused.
they're all amazed at what he just did. They respect the throwing back of the ball.
Not
and
that
he
woman.
caught
That
it.
woman's terrifying.
Why she looks
too.
so frightened?
She. That is a normal. Yeah.
All
I
right,
don't-
listen. If a ball comes near you and it's like a home run ball, that thing's coming fast. and it's
that is
So-
scary.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
guess so.
But like
he
that
had no
happened way
fear.
after. Like why is she like? "Ah."
Yeah, I don't get it either.
I just think if he could catch that bare hand, that alone could be a that's clip. If he catches it with
Yeah.
the kid, that's a that's clip.
Mhm.
He did that and threw the ball back. That's just like
Anything
the big three right there.
Thumbs down.
And
Yeah.
the thumbs down.
Like that's the sequence.
He knows how to be a fan.
At least he didn't throw the kid back.
I respect it. Listen, if it was a Mets fan, I'd probably be like, "This guy is the best man ever," but I don't care about him now.
And entering into W moment of the day, Cubs rookie Alexander Canario hit a grand
Oh,
slam
No.
in the Pirates
Oh,
game
my
the other
yeah,
night.
Pirates.
no, tough scene for the Pirates.
Oh my god.
First
Pirates,
MLB home run.
Good for
I mean,
him.
that's awesome.
Good for him.
They're
but
up and
wow.
they're up big already. So I mean,
Really sealed the game away
yeah, I
there.
guess
I
it
mean, it was-
sealed it off. But I know that's cool. I like that.
I'd like to see it.
I mean, if that's your first his a grand slam, you can't really do much better than that.
Mhm.
So I mean,
Mhm.
definitely,
Pretty
hopefully
cool
he gets that ball back. Hopefully a fan throws that one back.
Yeah.
But I mean,
People would regularly do that, right? Don't they actually
Yeah,
throw
they
it back
do.
every
for
time?
the away
Yeah.
teams, but I
Yeah.
respect that's his first home run
Yeah.
ball. But first at bat grand slam, the only thing that could be better is a walk off. So I mean, that's just a great start to the
Mhm.
career.
How if you guys caught somebody's let's say you caught Jeter's 3000th, what are you asking for in return to give that ball up? Like if I'm a Yankee fan, I'm asking season tickets for life.
Yeah.
I
I
don't
would
want
say
season
that.
tickets to Yankee Stadium.
Yeah. Okay, so let's say Pete Alonso when he gets his 3000th home run,
I'm getting a signed bat, and I'm
I'm
getting,
getting season tickets.
dude. Here's the thing.
I'm
like,
getting
Season
season
tickets.
tickets and I'm asking for 50% ownership stake in the team.
yeah, the ownership I can
50%.
respect.
That's
but
wild.
51% actually.
season
Majority.
tickets are great until the season falls apart. So
Yeah,
I
that's
think
true.
I'll get something
Yeah.
that I can keep forever, like a signed bat, and then just a small 50 grand. You know what I mean? Just a nice little pay,
Yeah.
little
Yeah.
pay cut.
They don't just ask to be on the team.
Yeah,
Just sit in
Back
be a
the
clean
bad
up.
boy maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe if you
If
hit
he
clean
don't
up.
make it.
Yeah.
I mean, but Pete Alonso doesn't make a lot as a rookie. You know what I mean? Most of his money his rookie year came from winning the home run derby.
Yeah.
So it'd have to be Steve Cohen's big pockets paying you.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't ask for the money from Pete.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, take it from the owner, not
Yeah.
the player.
All right, Ben Wasserman wants to know if you'd rather have him or Colin Wells on your baseball team.
This is the easiest question
Ben
in
Wasserman.
history. No,
Ben
it is
Wasserman.
Wellesley.
Did you see Ben's windup the other day?
I did. I was the one
His
catching it.
windup was beautiful.
Ben was telling me how he hasn't worked out since high school. Okay, I'm not
Okay.
going to take him. You know what I'm going to take? I'm going to take Woolsey.
Oh my
Probably
God.
a great culture glue guy on the team. You know what I mean? Just-
Yeah, he'd be on the bench probably the entire time.
You need someone like that. I feel like Ben would probably get us kicked out of the game because the other team, you know what I mean? Like a fight would break out or something.
Yeah.
And you know what? I don't want to hear Ben calling himself Derek Jeter up at the plate.
I guess-
Wellesley would be the greatest
I guess
today's
that's
sports glue guy on the team. It's not even close.
What would you guys say?
I don't really know either of them, but I feel like Ben Wasserman.
Ben Wasserman.
He's the big guy.
Yeah.
Seems like a big guy. I'd
Yes,
take
sir.
him. We also have the same name.
Yeah, Ben.
So
Ben
Ben and Ben.
squared.
Yeah,
I
Ben
respect
squared.
that.
Yeah.
Listen, what do you have against Wellesley? You know, he had some few comments against you.
What do I have against Wellesley?
What do
we
you have against
sat here
Wellesley?
and this guy, he literally took the time to text out things against me. That's what I have against him.
Do you know
That's
why? Because
fair.
he's putting that fire in you to motivate you for the next game. Okay.
You know what? That's true. And I thought I gave it my all out here. You know what, Wells? Thank you. Thank you for this today. I appreciate it.
All right.
Well, shout out Wellesley, man.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Ben too. No hate to Ben, just
Yeah.
for baseball purposes. I saw the wind up in the throw. I don't want that on my
It
team.
was I would.
I've not seen it.
I would.
Yeah, I watched it. It was a little rough.
A little rough.
A little
Exactly.
He's getting velo on
Sorry.
that.
Yeah.
He's getting
He almost
velo.
fell over when throwing it though. I was a little concerned.
Yeah, well, hey, some of the best did that. K-Rod almost fell over every time he threw the ball.
That's true.
But who am I to judge?
Honestly, until we all go pro, I guess we can't judge. But until we get 14 hours of sleep, we can't judge ourselves.
Yeah, well, until you have to go to the bathroom and leave a baseball game, then I can judge. Which I think I probably had to do that before in Little League.
Yeah.
Little League, I threw up on first base once. Fun fact, before we go, I threw up on first base in Little League once. Horrifying moment. But yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, and you know what?
That's a good
Never
one.
had that, but I had like the stomach cramps. We were like, Mom, I need a sub.
I would pretend not to go to practice. I would pretend that I was just like sick. Every single day I'd be like, oh no, like I can't believe this. I was fine all day, but 10 minutes before I have to go to practice, I'm like down bad every single day. And it worked almost every time.
I was more of just like I drank too much Gatorade and I gotta go, coach.
Yeah.
Bring in the bench unit, man, just for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
5 minutes.
Listen, mine, it's like the throw, back to the throw up. I don't know if anybody likes this story.
No.
Literally,
I don't know.
I was standing on first base. I'm like, blue, umpire. Doesn't hear me. I'm trying to call for time so I can throw up somewhere. All of a sudden, I just throw up all over first base. It was horrendous, horrifying. It was the most embarrassing. People still talk about it in my town to this day.
My.
They're like, "Oh, remember when you threw up on first base?" I'm like, "Yeah, I do."
He's
Do
adorable.
you remember when? And then I said, "Do you remember when I walked twice and drove and like scored a run?" And they say, "No, we remember when you threw up." And I
Yeah.
said, "Okay, valid."
That would stick with my brain more than anything
Yeah.
else.
Yeah, it sticks in my brain. Kind of funny though.
Yeah.
Kind of funny.
All right. Well, that's all that we have time for today. Again, I'm Caitlin Brooks, and this was Today Baseball. Thanks for tuning in. See you next time.